This video is brought to you by the EA Creator Network. Hey y'all, it is Luca and welcome back to the channel. Today we are once again transforming an ugly EA built starter home. The starter home in question is Carpophagous Corner. I know it took me so many times to be able to figure out how to say that, but we are in Strangerville. This home is actually pretty familiar. This home is actually really inspired by one of the homes in Willow Creek, one of the starter homes that we've done before. And I thought we could do this one today. I have kind of a style in mind already. I want to do Carpenter Gothic, Southern Gothic kind of vibes. First things first, we're fixing the roof because I hate when they don't put the eaves down on roofs. I don't understand that. And I think I'm also going to make the wall height short. I just personally don't like medium wall heights for smaller homes. It just makes the rooms honestly seem a lot like more small in a weird way. I guess just the proportions. I was also looking at this house over here. This is just a shell, but I really like the style and the colors. So I kind of want to copy that, but I'm going to go with the same, like a similar roofing. I'm going with that. And the trim looks to be just like a brown, like a dark brown or something. So maybe we'll go with just this one here. When in doubt, just use a dark wood tone. That's how I feel about things. And then for the foundation, I kind of like this the way that it has a brick texture on it. So I think I'm going to go with the brick instead. I also just kind of feel weird that the whole house has that one like lattice foundation, which is really meant for just like porches and stuff, I think. And then of course, you know me, I love green homes. I kind of want to do green for this house. That's such a pretty green. This is from Get Famous. Really, really nice. Maybe we'll make this separate, like this little room, like an add-on room. And maybe we can even do it in like a slightly different color. I kind of like this siding from, what do you call it? Growing Together. I kind of like that for just a little bit of variety. And then I'm going to get rid of these stairs because that's sad. And we're going to get rid of everything out here too. I do want to try to keep this under 20,000 simoleons roughly, but if it goes a little over, I'm not going to be super worried either, but we're getting rid of everything. I really like this house, and like I like that there's a nice size front yard. There's a little bit of a private backyard. Really good location. I've played in this lot before, and I really enjoyed it. And let's see, we need a nice, just, you know, a standard wood. I feel like having everything be like white and green was just so like hard to look at after a while. And then the railing and stuff, I think I'm going to keep it the same, but I'm just going to change the swatch. I guess I kind of want to do a lighter wood actually, instead of like having it all be the same shade. I feel like doing it all in like the same dark wood tone would be a little bit too repetitive. So we're going to use the same fencing and everything. We're not changing that. And I'm just going to use this. I like that actually. That's a nice bit of contrast. I like the dark wood, the lighter orangey wood, and then the green. That's a really nice combination. What if we did this though? This would tie it all in together so well. I forgot about that swatch. That's so pretty. And I don't really need to change a lot for that. Oh yes, that's gorgeous. I am obsessed. Strangerville, let me tell you, when Strangerville came out, it was like an experience for everyone. A lot of people, there was a little bit of a mixed review on it across the board. But at the end of the day, I adore Strangerville. I think it was such a fun addition to the game. Yeah, the story was more along, you know, kind of aligning itself a little bit with Stranger Things, but I don't really like or support Stranger Things, to be perfectly honest with you. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. The stairs not being aligned with the door is just an atrocity. I cannot understand or believe their reasonings why they do that. It's awful. We are going to add another little, I guess, that's not going to be centered either. We are going to add maybe 2 more of these columns here just to kind of add some support, kind of make it look a little bit more visually balanced. Now the front door I won't be able to use, unfortunately, because it is too high here. It looks a little bit strange. So I think I will just find a similar door. We could use this door, but there's no like there's not like a window on it. I don't know. I just feel weird about using a front door that doesn't have a window. I mean, we could use this door. I feel like that works really well because the orangey tones are still the same. We could even try to make the windows white to kind of match it, but I don't know. I'm weird about things matching, and I kind of want everything to match. That's kind of a hard, thing to look for. Maybe this? Does that kind of work? Not really. Ooh, this door might work. This one is from, what is it, Cottage Living? Yes. I think this one might be a good alternative. It's not the exact same shade, but it works. I like that actually. It does the job. I might change it later on. You know how I am. And then we have windows already in this house. I am going to be changing the floor plan because I'm not really a big fan of it. I think it's very wasteful of space. So, but just to start off with, we're just going to change all of the doors and windows to the swatch that match. All right, interior time. We're going to keep the shape and the size of the house intact. I'm not going to touch anything, but I am removing the walls and we're redoing them into a much better, more practical thing. Okay, first of all, can we just look at this ugly kitchen? Can we just take a glance? First of all, the light is literally right at the doorway. It's super dark. This layout is not a practical layout for a kitchen. I would know. I took culinary skills in high school. I know everything about kitchens. But seriously, what is this layout? First of all, we've got this layout, which is simple enough, but then you just have a random cabinet on the wall here. Like, I don't know. I'm not really sure their reasoning. A lot of the builds in Strangerville are like that. They're very questionable. Like, why did they do this? Okay, so that's all of the items and everything. Let's get rid of these archways, the archway too. But instead, I think what I'm going to do is I will leave this room intact. I think that this is an okay room. This will probably be a bedroom. We will do the same size for the bathroom right here, but then we can also add another bedroom right there. And there's all of this space left for a kitchen here and then a living space. I'll even try to do something like this where it's like the living room is in here and then you walk through here and then you get to the kitchen and the dining room. It's super easy. This home was originally 1 bedroom, but now it's a 2-bedroom. So that's progress, right? And then the interior wallpaper, weirdly enough, I kind of like this wallpaper in here already. I don't know. I kind of like it a lot. The flooring, I want to use this one though, just to add some age to the house a little bit. And then we do need some kind of tiling for the kitchen. Maybe we'll use laminate or something. I feel like this one works really well because it is a kind of an aged, dated looking linoleum. We'll use it in the bathroom too. Yeah, I like the wallpaper. I don't want to use it for every room. Maybe for the bedrooms, I'll use this kind of old brown wallpaper. For the bathroom, I think I might just use some kind of tiling. Maybe this one. I feel like this one makes sense. But then again, if I use this one, I will want to use a good tile. So I don't think I'll do that. I'm trying to keep this home on a lower budget, but also I kind of don't want it to look beautiful. I kind of like this. The red and the gold kind of complement each other really well. Okay. And then this living space, I think I want to use this same wallpaper again, just because I feel like that, the kitchen should be a little bit more of a, brighter room since it's, a place where you eat. And I'm going to just flip flop these windows around. I feel like the window placement's okay. Just needs some zhuzhing. Yeah, I feel like that's all right. I think maybe we'll add one of these double windows right here just so that it makes sense. But overall, I feel like that looks pretty good. So far, if you look at these two, they look like they could be siblings, We don't have a fireplace, but we could add one. Actually, why don't we add one? I feel like that would be fun. I mean, we are in the desert, so do they really need it? But at the same time, that's pretty fun. Then we just need some doors. We're obviously going to use the Strangerville doors. I kind of want to use just the wood version though, instead of the one with a teal, dark green, swatch or door, if that makes sense. That's looking okay. And then right here will be an archway. I think we have some. We don't have any smaller ones from Strangerville, but we can just use this wooden one right here. I feel like that works. Yes, that works perfectly. I really like it. The only thing is this just seems a little too dark now. It doesn't really like, I don't know. I wish it was just like a shade lighter. Like maybe we'll use this one instead. Yeah, that looks better. It looks like we've got the base structure done. Let's see where we're at. We are at just under 8,000 simoleons, which is really, really nice. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that terrain back here. The front, I think I'm just going to leave it the way it is because I kind of like how you can see a little bit of a natural pathway on this lot. And I might keep the landscaping pretty simple just to make it a little bit easier. I will actually look at the Strangerville. We also have to enable debug. So Strangerville is the only pack that did this for some reason, but whenever they released it, they didn't release any of the live edit like plants with it, so they made them debug instead. I don't really understand why. And I'm just gonna look around. Do I need to fence off this lot? I almost feel like I need to, so maybe we'll use the fencing from Strangerville. Ooh, yeah, with my texture override, which is linked in the description, I believe, you can see there's some nice texturing on it. Yeah, that looks pretty nice. I don't think I'm gonna put like fencing on the entirety of the lot because I feel like that is a little bit like boxy, so I'll just put like some like right here in the front, and then we can put some trees and some more natural fencing and stuff over here. Do we really see these kind of not Joshua trees? Oh, they are called Joshua trees. Do we see these Joshua trees around here? We really don't. That's mainly like in the more like the higher up like Mesa, like the more natural areas, not really this little town. So I think we're just gonna make sure to include the base game as well. And I need to find this tree right here. I believe it's called a mesquite tree. This one right here. And we can just place like a couple of those around. I think there also is a version of one that's like more like that, where it's got like a little more, yeah, like it's this one. So I kind of want to use that one instead. I'll still use this one, but this one can be like a little bit more. Actually, no, I like this one more. But yeah, this is like the debug version that is just a little bit more sparse, and it just, I don't know, it fits in with the colors of the water. You can see they're everywhere, so that kind of helps, blend the lot into the nature around. And then I guess just because they're kind of scattered throughout, we can place down some of these flowers. It looks like they're just some purpley flowers. I believe, yeah, we got them in the base game. I'll just place like a couple out here in the front. I'm not going to go insane with the landscaping because I've just noticed that I like to keep the landscaping pretty clean and simple because it looks clean and simple around the lot. So it's better to just kind of keep it looking like nice and flowy. I think there's also some of these as well, so I'll just scatter those around too. It feels really nice to be building in Strangerville because it's been a while since I've built in like a desert world. It's really, really pretty here, actually. I think Strangerville is one of my favorite worlds. And then we do see some of these cactuses, or cacti. We'll place one there. I really love that, actually. That adds so much character. And then we can place some other like little cactuses around too. Cactuses. Correct me, please. And then I might place another one back here. Maybe we'll make it like a little smaller. And then maybe another one of these. And then we can kind of place one here, place one here. I think that's the beauty of building and furnishing in a desert world, is the landscaping is different. It's just a different vibe, a different approach. We'll add some of these rocks also from the Strangerville pack, just to kind of, again, like we were already, blending in the nature with the lot. There's not really a lot, so I might just kind of shrink these down and just like try to place them at different angles. But yeah, I really like that. That kind of helps, blend it in. We kind of need something right here, I feel like. So maybe I'll add some more. Yeah, that looks really good. So yeah, that's the start of this build. Let's go ahead and we'll furnish the front porch. I'm going to try to keep it a starter home, so we're not going to heavily furnish this out here. I think I just want just like a little wooden bench out here. Maybe we'll do this swatch here. I wish we had porch swings. Maybe I'll put it right here just to kind of say it's a porch swing. We need some kind of porch light too here. If only I knew that this actually cast off a good amount of light, but it does not. So maybe we can just use like a debug light or something. But this is a debug light that looks really pretty. Maybe we can use one of those like invisible lights. I don't know if we actually have those. Yeah, we can put it like right here. Does that work? I mean, kind of. It's kind of dingy and dark seeming though, but I kind of don't mind it. Maybe we'll do a wall version. That's kind of fun. It's very poorly lit, but I kind of don't mind that. And then this will actually go away once we, go into live mode. But we need a little welcome mat too, I think. Oh, I've only got base game and Strangerville still selected, which is kind of nice actually. We'll just do like a little rug. We do have a welcome mat here. Yeah, we can just use that maybe. I don't know. I kind of like it. It's pretty simple. And then I kind of want just like a little decorative object of some variety to be put out here, just to add some, something is something. I don't really know. I think there was an item that came with the country kitchen kit that I always really liked for this. I don't remember what it is. I could be thinking of the laundry day stuff pack. I'm pretty sure that's what I'm thinking of. It's actually laundry day. Ooh, we have these like little baskets with like flowers and stuff. I feel like that looks so perfect actually, those 3 colors there. And we could also place this down too. Do I want both of those? I kind of like both. We'll just do maybe that swatch. Yeah, that looks really, really cute. I'm a big fan of that. And then we have the first room, the living room. It's very dark in here, but I kind of want to play into that a little bit. I want something that kind of looks a little bit old-fashioned Victorian. This couch honestly works really well. We can do maybe just like a really dark, I kind of like this color, but I also kind of like using like a dark brown tone, or we could do like a beigey kind of cream color. I don't really like that myself. This one looks good though. Yeah. And I'm not going to put a TV because I kind of want to keep it like an old school vibe. I don't really want it to be like, I don't want it to be like a very modern looking house. I want it to look like maybe some older folks live here. Maybe we'll mismatch the couch and love seat. Why not? I feel like those go together though. That works really well. And then for the coffee table, I think we should, I kind of want to throw in some elements of Western style, but I don't know how much, to be honest. I feel like that, I don't know. It feels like very dark in here. I think I just need more light. This actually would be a cute little table, I think. This one is from Discover University. Yeah, I like that. Then we just need a nice big rug. We could use this one from Strangerville. I feel like that works pretty well, but I don't know. That doesn't really fit the vibe. I never really understood that rug because it doesn't really fit the vibes that I feel like fit best here. Maybe this one. This one is from, I think it's For Rent. I like that it has a little fringe on it. It's got a little bit of like a texture. That is actually a really nice swatch. I'm just gonna, actually, instead of putting no TV, what if I just did like a little TV like that? I kind of like that. And then we need like a little table here in the corner. We got to keep it at a good budget, so I shouldn't be scrolling too far. Maybe this one. This one is, no, I feel like this is a little too Western. Maybe just this one. Just a pretty simple base game one, but it's really nice. I've used it a lot. And then maybe we'll use this like mission styled lamp. I don't think I like that much. Maybe we'll use this rustic one from, Horse Ranch. No, I feel like we need like a nice kind of like, not Victorian lamp, but something that's along that line. This one's kind of cute. I like that one. And then for the curtains, I don't think I could use any other curtains other than the ones from the base game that have this like trim on it. They're they're so expensive, but we'll use them in here at least. I like this swatch for this room. I am really liking this little space. Nice and cozy. Yeah, I like this little room. I almost want like some kind of antique radio. That's perfect. Maybe we'll put it next to the TV there, and then maybe on this side we can put some like flowers or something. I want it to look kind of dead. I kind of like that actually. So honestly, the style that I have in here is not like super Southern Gothic vibes, like exactly, but it kind of is. At least that's what's going on in my head whenever I'm, looking at this. Ooh, look how cozy. We do need some kind of wall art in here. Again, I want to make sure I'm not going over budget, so maybe I'll leave this room as it is. We'll move on to the next room because the kitchen and the bathrooms are going to be the most expensive. I think a realistic budget to kind of stop at is around like $21,000, so it can be just under 22. You could use these life and death countertops. I feel like that would be really nice in here actually, but I could just use these ones from the base game. Yeah, we'll use these ones from the base game just just because they're not as expensive. They're a little cheaper. I'm also not going to use like too many of them, I don't think. I think I'm going to leave it like right there, maybe. I don't know. Never really know how to do layouts. We'll use this fridge here. I feel like this fridge fits the vibes quite well. And then we'll put the stove here, even though I really don't like putting stoves next to the fridge like that. I don't know, just for the lack of space. And then we'll put the sink right here underneath the window, because if it's not under the window, I don't want it. I think we'll use this slightly more expensive rug sink. I have a really bad habit of just talking without thinking, so bear with me. And then the cabinets that match, where are they? These right here, 200 simoleons. Oh goodness. We won't place a whole heckin' a lot. I think we'll just leave it at like this maybe. That looks really nice. I mean, that's a kitchen right there. That's a normal looking kitchen. They do need some kind of range hood. I think I'm going to use this one from Cottage Living to match the stove itself. That looks really nice. I like that. And then we can throw in some decor, some paper towels. We need some kind of dish rack. We'll use this one from For Rent because it's cheap. Ooh, and a little bread box would be really cute right here in the corner. Maybe we'll do like a dark color, maybe. We'll do this one. This one's like a lighter color. It fits the wallpaper. All right. And we need some like little curtains to cover these. Ooh, we can use these. These are little cafe curtains. These are from For Rent. Growing Together. Perfect. Nice little kitchen. I think there's a lot of room left in this kitchen. I'm going to put like a nice table right here, I think in the middle. Or, I mean, that would probably cost us more money. We're definitely running out of funds. But I could section this off and, well, no, there's really not a lot of room if I did that. So I think what I'll do is we'll just keep it all in one room because that's pretty normal. I think I'm going to do a round table, and I kind of want to do one of those like slightly bigger round tables. Ooh, this one's from Horse Ranch. I was about to say horse, like, what is it, Cowboy Living. Honestly, I would rather it be that name. I think we'll just do this like wooden swatch and just put some, chairs around it. Woo, chairs at a table. How breathtaking, how groundbreaking. Is that okay? Is that all right? Maybe we'll move the doorway down a bit and put this door right here so that it feels more like it's this. I don't hate it. I don't love it, but I don't hate it. I think we will keep it at that. And on this wall, I kind of want to put like some kind of china cabinet or something. Ooh, here we go. This is a nice little cabinet here. I feel like that looks really good. It matches the table quite well. Now we just need some light because that little saucer light ain't doing nothing. Yeah, this is looking good. The lights definitely immediately improved the space. Let's just put like a little rug in here. Honestly, I kind of want to use this one little rug right here, and then we can just like put it right here. That looks kind of nice. And do we need a rug under the table? Probably. We could use this one that's like a woven rug from Cats and Dogs. I feel like this swatch would be nice. Yeah, that fits really well. I like that. It's a little cramped around the sides, I will say. I'm not really a huge fan of that, but at the same time, that's okay. I don't mind it. Do I want to put a little bookshelf in here too? I feel like that would take up a lot of space, so maybe not. We do need a trash can. I did forget a very important thing. It's a trash can. So the kitchen is pretty much kitchened. Let's move on to the bathroom. I found this earlier and I really want to place it in here somewhere, so I put it in here. I really like it a lot. I don't know if it'll fit the colors in this bathroom very well. Ooh, that does. I've never seen that swatch before. That's so nice. It's not like a wooden swatch. But yeah, we'll put the toilet right here. Make sure to put some toilet paper, a nice little sink-a-rooney. I think we're going to just do a freestanding sink like this one. I wonder if there's a swatch. No, but it does have very pretty swatches. I kind of like that. That's so nice, actually. Honestly, Horse Ranch, I like you. I do. I wasn't sure about you at first, but I like you. And then, just do a bathtub. We'll just do like this one, I guess. I hate the placement of that, though. I want it to be like right here or something, but it doesn't really fit very well. Unless we do this, where we put this in the corner, and then we put this here. Yeah, that looks okay. It's not my favorite orientation, but I like it. And then, we'll place down a mirror to match. And we need a little rug here. I wonder if this has a different swatch on it. I kind of like that more with the dark colored faucet. And then for the rug in here, I kind of want to use one of this Victorian rug. And I think there's a swatch that'll fit. Maybe not. That one kind of does work. It's kind of cute. It blends in with the floor a little bit, but I like that. And then let's just grab another boob light. The boob light's just my favorite light, okay? It has such a good light, and it's fun to say, okay? A boob light. I don't know if I love this tiling here because it looks gray, and I don't really think gray is a very popular, like, I don't know. There's just something about it that ain't speaking to me. This kind of looks cute. I don't know, though. Maybe that does look better. I'm being really indecisive today. Why did I just say today? I'm always indecisive. Maybe we'll do this instead. I don't know. The green's kind of cute. This one's actually not bad either. I like this one a lot. Yeah, we'll go with that one. That one feels a little bit better. It's kind of not a much different tiling, but for some reason it just works better in this way. And then we'll just do like place down a little curtain. We'll do maybe another one of these. That fits quite nicely. The bathroom is done. We didn't do all the clutter that we usually do, but that's fine. Now we just have 2 bedrooms to do. We have, yikes. I was gonna try to keep it under 22,000 at least, and we're at over 18. So we've got to find some cheap beds. This one I for sure want to use in one of the bedrooms, and then this one, which they're basically the same size rooms. Ooh, actually, this bed from the Horse Ranch expansion pack is kind of perfect. Ooh, and I love the green, that one with the green. Ooh, the blue though is really cute. Should we put carpet in these bedrooms? Sure, why not? That always brightens up spaces. It also just makes furniture kind of match a little bit better because you're not having to match it to the flooring too. And you know how I am. We can put in a couple of these little nightstands that match the bed. I kind of want to use that, but I don't know if that's the same swatch. I feel like that's closer in color to the frame. Or is this one closer? I feel like this one's closer. And we just need, the normal things. It's a bedroom. It's not this groundbreaking thing. We're just gonna, place some lamps down. Part of me wants to do these little lamps. Those are so cute. They're from Outdoor Retreat. Ooh, there is a little fire alarm right here. We'll leave that. We'll put it in the kitchen. And then of course the boob light. We need a boob light. And honestly, all I'm going to put in here for this room is just a dresser probably. This one is 400 simoleons, but it just makes the most sense. I'm also going to move this door. I forgot about doing a back porch. Oops. Maybe we'll forego that. Maybe we'll forego doing a backyard and we'll focus on the front if we do have any money left. But yeah, let's just put this right here aligned with the bed, and then we'll do that swatch maybe. I don't think any of these match. That's unfortunate. Do we have something else that matches a little bit nicer? This one might. That's kind of fun. It doesn't match the style exactly, but I don't know, it's kind of old school. Then again, I do have this mirrored wardrobe that is pretty small, to be perfectly honest. I could just put it in like the corner, and then it does match the same colors and style. So I feel like that would make more sense. Should I put another window in this house? We're getting close to our budget being passed, but if we put another window, that fills in the space. You know what? I'm going to leave that room for now. We'll come to this one. All right. So we've got a nice little cozy bedroom in here as well. I think we'll do the green because that's my favorite swatch. And then I guess I can just use this dresser here. It matches a little bit better because it's a dark wood. And then we'll just do one nightstand. We'll put the bed here. That way we can have 2 nightstands. Yeah. And then I guess we can actually just match the side tables with the dresser here if we can find it. This one. Yeah, we can match these. That looks really cute, actually. I really like them. And for the lamps, I think the lamps will be, this starter home is weird because it isn't necessarily for a family, I don't think. I have an idea. I never do traditional families in my head, but for some reason I'm just thinking of like some grandparents and they're like, well, they're not grandparents. It's an elderly couple and they're like youngest child who is an adult, but they're like really old. They had their child, this last child, when they were kind of older. And so they're like in their early 20s, but maybe they're like, the elderly parents are like maybe in their like late 70s or something, maybe mid 70s more like. And so, I like these little lamps. Oh, those are so cute. But yeah, I can imagine that, they had this child at a younger age, and so they're kind of up in their years now, but they still, maybe the youngest still lives with them and kind of helps them out and just, does things around the house and stuff. We'll just use this one, or actually no, there is a really nice one from Horse Ranch that would fit better. Okay, so we are right at the budget that I was wanting. We are at 21,177 simoleons. It's under 2,000. I think just because I really need something else in this room, I need a painting above the couch or a series of paint. Oh, that's so perfect, actually. Yeah, that's the perfect little set of paintings. But yeah, we transformed a really ugly starter home in The Sims 4 into a really cute starter home. So yeah, I will have this uploaded to the gallery if you would like to, take a peek at it, snag it for your world. It does, use items from a lot of different packs, but you can probably, pretty easily make a lot of swaps. I didn't use anything that was like game specific, but here's the overall look. Yeah, there's really nothing else to say, to be honest. I left the curtains out of these rooms. You know what? I'm not going to worry about curtains. We're not going to worry about curtains for those rooms because we don't have enough money. But anyways, I hope y'all enjoyed today's video. Do let me know in the comments down below if you want to keep seeing me do this. I really enjoy transforming these homes. They're really easy to do. They're really fun, really just kind of, snappy. But anyways, I hope y'all enjoyed it. Do let me know in the comments down below. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you all so very much for watching. Stay weird, and I'll speak to y'all next time. Bye, y'all.